And now, today's topic is kind of special in a way, the topic that it is about integrity. So, I want to start with the confession. You know, we all have that, one drawer, and I'm sure you know the one, the kitchen drawer where you have shoved random batteries or some dead, some alive, old chargers for phones you no longer own, a pen that may or may not work, and possibly a takeaway menu from 2017. And you tell yourself, oh, you'll sort it out someday. But as you know, someday is not a day. So you won't do it. And we never do. But here's my question. Do you have a drawer like that inside you? Things you said you would do, but quietly didn't? Promises made to yourself that got shuffled to the back? Or moments where you knew the right thing, but chose the convenient thing instead? No judgment, because I'm not asking to make you uncomfortable, but I'm asking because what's in that inner drawer? That gap between what you say and what you do has a name. And that name is the opposite of today's topic. Yes, today we are talking about what happens when you close that drawer for good. So we are talking about integrity as a success language. So see, most people hear the word integrity, they think don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal, or basically just be a decent human being. And yes, that's part of it. But integrity goes much deeper than that. The word integrity actually comes from the same root as the word integer, as in whole, undivided, complete. So, integrity isn't just about being honest with others, it's about being whole within yourself. It means your words, your thoughts, and your actions are all saying the same thing, that integrity is the alignment between who you say you are and who you think you are and who you actually show up as. Think of it this way. Imagine a building. If the structure is integrated, that is the foundation, the walls, the beams all working together, it stands for decades, for generations. But if there are cracks in the foundation, if the walls are doing one thing and the beams another, the building looks fine from the outside for a while. Until it doesn't, you know what. So your reputation, your relationships, your inner peace, they are that building. And the integrity is the construction quality that determines whether it lasts or, you know. Okay, let me tell you about Kavita. She runs a small tiffin service from her home in Bengaluru. Nothing fancy, just home cooked food delivered by noon. She has exactly one rule. If she says it'll be there by noon, it is there by noon. Even on days when her pressure cooker gave up, even on days when the power went out, even on the day her mom in law arrived unannounced with luggage and opinions. Kavita never advertised. She has 42 regular clients. Every single of them came through a referral. Why? Because trust is not built through talent alone. Trust is built through consistency. People don't remember the one extraordinary thing you did, but they remember the ordinary thing you did again and again and again. How beat Samir? He's 35, works in finance, and is brilliant at his job. His presentations are flawless. His analysis is sharp. His colleagues know he's talented, but they also know this. When Samir says he'll send something by 5 p.m., check your inbox at 9 p.m. Maybe. So he keeps getting passed over for promotions he deserves on paper. Because here's what nobody tells you early enough in your career, that competence gets you in the room, but integrity keeps you in it. So let me say that again. Competence gets you in the room, but integrity keeps you in it. And this isn't just about work. Ask any long married couple what keeps a relationship alive. They won't say passion. They'll say, I know I can count on this person. And that's integrity. Quiet, unsexy, absolutely irreplaceable. We live in a world obsessed with shortcuts, life hacks, 10x your income in 30 days, build your personal brand in a weekend. And here's the thing, some of those shortcuts actually work. Of course, for a while, but you can build a reputation on an image. You can close deals on charm. You can manage a team on fear. You can even win occasionally by bending the rules. But you cannot sustain any of it without integrity. Because what integrity does, quietly, invisibly, is compound. So integrity is the currency that never loses value. So every kept promise is a deposit. Every small act of honesty is a deposit. Every moment you choose the harder right over the easier wrong. Deposit, deposit, deposit. And when you need to make a withdrawal, when the tough moment comes, when the relationship is tested, when your name is at stake, you find out exactly how wealthy you actually are. So, success without integrity, it's like borrowed money. Spends fast, costs more to repay. So, character outlasts achievement. The trophies fade, the titles change, what people remember about you long after the job title is gone, long after the children have left home, long after the applause has stopped, is simply who were you when it was difficult. So, I'm not going to ask you to overhaul your life today. That's not how this works. But I'm going to ask you just one question, a single, honest question. Where am I slightly out of alignment? Let me repeat. Just let that question sink in. Where am I slightly out of alignment? Not catastrophically wrong, not fraudulently misaligned, just slightly. Maybe it's the habit you told yourself you'd start 3 weeks ago. Maybe it's a conversation you've been avoiding because it's uncomfortable. Maybe it's the way you speak about someone behind their back that would never speak to their face. Maybe it's a small promise to yourself, to someone else that's been quietly sitting unkept. So find that one thing. You already know what it is. We always do. And today, just today, correct one small behavior. Of course, not all of them, just one. Like we always say, baby step matters. And send that message. Start that habit. Say that truth. Keep that appointment with yourself. Close the drawer. Yes. And here's what I believe about integrity, it doesn't announce itself, it doesn't trend, it doesn't go viral, but it is the single most recognizable quality in a human being. You have felt it, that rare experience of meeting someone and thinking, this person is the same in every room, with the boss and with the PM and at the party and at the office, online and offline, privately and publicly. the same, whole, undivided. And that is not a superhuman quality. In fact, that is a daily practice. So you become a person of integrity not in a single grand moment, but in 1,000 small ones that nobody is watching. So here is your call to action for the day. 3 things right now. Ask yourself, where am I slightly out of alignment? Yes, we always say be honest to ourselves. 2, choose one small behavior to correct today, not tomorrow, not someday, today. And number 3, at the end of this day, ask, was I the same person in every room I walked into? Because here's the beautiful truth about integrity. The world rewards those who are impressive, but it trusts deeply, lastingly, unconditionally trusts those who are whole. So, with that thought, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Thank you.